It has been a while since I created any videos about Veridian Cruise's cruise control unit, so I thought it would be helpful to create this quick video on how to update the firmware of the cruise control module. Log into the Veridian Cruise's website, hover over the shop option, select the brand of the bike that you own. I own a KTM 390 Adventure, so I will select this model. It will take me to the landing page or the purchase page. So scroll down to the area where you see manual or install. Then click this link, click here for PDF installation, click this hyperlink, and then it will take you to the common folder where all the resources are uploaded. So I'll select KTM again, then select firmware. So you see the firmware was last updated on 30th August 2023. So I'll download it. Ensure that the complete file gets downloaded, that is 8.8 MB. Any partial file downloaded will actually cause errors while updating the firmware, and you may end up breaking the module. Before moving ahead, make sure that you connect your module to the PC, remove the protective cover, and use your USB-C to the normal USB cable to connect the device to your PC. So once you connect it to your PC, there will be a quick flash from the telltale of the device. So once you have this firmware file downloaded in the zip format, you need to extract the folder from this archive or the zip file. You get a folder called VC Firmware Tool. Open the folder, double click on Windows. What you see here are these different bin files and other files related to this whole firmware update tool. There is a tool called PUTTY, as I call it, which can be used to troubleshoot or diagnose the module, which I'll make another video later when I'm running this tool on board. As of now, I will be double clicking the vcuupdater.bat, which is the important file over here. Go to more info. If your Windows gives you this cautionary prompt, click run anyway. The command prompt window should open. Now, as you see here, there are different versions of the firmware. Select the one which belongs to your bike. Mine is KTM 390 Adventure. So what I'm going to do is select number 2, hit enter, and then check what the COM port number is. Over here, it actually shows COM4. So that is what I'll type. Just type 4. Make sure you don't enter the whole name like COM twice. Just type numerical 4 and hit enter. So the device then kind of goes into DFU mode, that is device firmware update mode. And I'm glad that it is showing this error now, right? So it shows in most PCs, it will directly flash the firmware, but there are some settings that you need to kind of configure before updating the firmware. I'm glad that it's showing this issue, LIB USB error not supported. So what I'm going to do now is refer to the troubleshooting article that Veridian Cruise has provided on this page. So ensure that you head over to this page and scroll down to the section where it shows what needs to be done. So I'm going to follow this step one by one and then try flashing the firmware again. So I'll be downloading this Zadig driver tool. It directs you to this website. So I'll kind of see which version. Okay, the Zadig 2.1 version. There are a lot of ads popping up. make sure that the complete 5.1 MB of file has been downloaded. Go back to the Veridian Cruises article because I'll need this later. So now I have this Zadig 2.9 tool here. What I could do is I'll refer to the article, what needs to be done. Go back to the article, snap the window to the right so that I can read the article as well as to perform these actions. So I'm going to run this tool. Do you want to allow that to check application updates? Let's make yes. Fine, it's showing a window similar to this. What does it say next? Step 3 is from the options menu of Zadig, select list all devices. List all devices. So it says find the STM32 bootloader from the drop down and change the driver to Win USB. Okay, so I found this one. I've changed. What does it do? Okay, it's already on Win USB version 6.1. I hope this is the correct version. It's not showing me an upgrade or replace drive option, but then it does show install driver. So I'll say install driver. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the window has freezed for a few seconds. So it's doing something in the background. Alright, so it now shows installing driver. Again, not very sure how much time it would take. It says the installation time is around 5 minutes. Driver was installed successfully. Close this prompt. I guess it's safe to close this window. And what we could do now is run the whole firmware update process again. So I'll minimize this window, double click the firmware folder, double click the Windows folder, double click vcuupdater.bat, opens the command prompt, select number 2 for the KTM 390 Adventure, hit enter. There's no instances available. Connect the device, double click the vcuupdater.bat file. It opens the command prompt. Select number 2 for the firmware related to KTM 390 Adventure. Click enter. It should list the device. As you see, it's showing the devices listed and is connected to COM port 4. Enter 4. Hit enter on your keyboard and the flashing starts. So while the flashing starts, you can also see the telltales on the device. It turned green for a few seconds and goes back to red after some time. And once it's done, I'll just press yes, Y for yes, and it will hopefully restart the device, but I don't see anything happening. So the firmware got updated and the device is ready to be installed. So that was a quick walkthrough of how to update the Veridian Cruises firmware. I hope this helps. Do let me know if you have any questions. See you in the next one.